Bio100. Hi everyone. So I'm just going to show you really quickly how that you can do the Anova analysis if you're working on a Mac and you're not using Stat Plus, but you want to use the built-in data analysis tool pack to run the Anova on the fly courtship dataset. So here we have that fly courtship dataset that hopefully you were using for the follow-along. If you ran into troubles, maybe you're watching this video. So to do this, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to that data tab. We're going to go all the way over to the right. Depending on how expanded this is, these things might be shifted, rearranged. You can double check to make sure that you have the data analysis tool pack enabled by clicking analysis tools, checking analysis tool pack, and hitting OK. Then if you want to actually run your analysis, your Anova in this case, we're going to click data analysis. You can scroll through here, find Anova single factor. We're not doing a two-factor Anova. We're doing a single or one-way Anova is another way of saying it. Hit OK. Now, scroll all the way back up. It might have dumped you down a little bit. Now, what it's going to ask you is the input range and how your different variables or different groups are grouped, whether you have them grouped in columns or rows. So if we look here, we can see that we have them grouped in columns. We have the 0 nanomolar in one column, 2, and 20. So we are grouped by columns. And then our input range. So this is where we're going to click this little button here, and we're going to highlight what we actually want the analysis to run on. Now, you can click on the columns themselves and just drag it over and select all 3 of these columns. Do not select this kind of informational column. So we've got B through D in this case, just these 3 columns. We're going to hit OK. And we'll double check our alpha value. In other words, what is our cutoff for significance as far as P? 0.05 is kind of standard in biology. And where do we want the output? We could have it output within this same sheet and select a cell there by using this and clicking here, for example. Or we could just have it put it into a new workbook sheet itself, which is kind of my preferred way to do this. So let's go ahead and hit OK. And it went ahead and made a new sheet. It actually bumped it up to the front instead of the back. That's fine. And here you'll notice you don't get quite as much info as using the Stat Plus, but you get all the important parts of the Anova. You get your different groups. You get their the N value or the sample size. You get the sum. You get their average. You get their variance. And then most importantly, between groups, you get the p-value. In other words, is there a significant difference between these groups when you group them this way? Not which group is higher or which group is lower, but just is there a difference? And here our p-value is 1 times 10 to the negative 5, or if you click on it and you don't want to see scientific notation, you can see it up here. It's 0.000001, something around there. So there is a significant difference in courtship value across these 3 different treatment groups. All right, hopefully that was helpful.